again.
Oi, keep it down there, will you?
Sorry. Sorry.
Go and have your mental breakdown somewhere else, pal. We're trying to rest you.
Right.
Honestly, who does he think he is? Coming in here uninvited, taking a spot in our shed and ruining our peace.
I know, right? Absolutely unacceptable.
Bucklebury Grange felt lost. For nearly a year, he had been moving from shed to shed, trying to find a place of belonging, but nowhere could replace the little railway he felt he had finally found a home at. In the end, he found his way to Didcot, thanks to the help of an old friend, someone who would often make time to come see him.
Buck, you're up early. What's up?
Hey, Hardwick. I had a nightmare again, so they told me to leave the shed. Again.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I don't understand why they treat you with such disdain.
I don't blame them. I did kinda just arrive and invited and take a spot in their shed. That alongside constantly disrupting their sleep.
Well, if they don't start being more welcoming to you, I may have to go in there and give them a piece of my mind.
I'm fine, Hardwick. And I don't want to escalate things. Not again.
Look, you have to stand up for yourself. That's the only way you'll be able to come home, not sitting around like this.
Is it even my home still? They've probably all forgotten about me.
I promise you, Buck, they haven't. They're constantly talking about you.
Nothing good, I imagine.
Hey, that's enough dragging yourself down, alright? Yes, there are some, like Richard and Hart, who don't like you. But there are others who are just confused as to what happened, or worried about you. They want you to come home.
I'm not ready yet, Hardwick. I can't face them yet. I can't find the strength to talk to Axel about... well...
I know, Buck. I know. It was hard enough for you to tell me once. I won't make you do it again.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You know I'm always here for you. I could never ditch you. Especially after you saved...
Hey, I told you we're eternally even.
Yeah, no, I don't care. Now, come on, let's go. Come on, first run. Off we go.
Sure, man. After you. Buck got ready in record time and quickly headed to the front of his waiting wagons. Hardwick smiled at him as he buffered up, and a sense of pride crept over his smoke box. What? Do I have something on my smoke box?
No, not at all. Just seeing you with that smile again, it brings back memories of the good old days, you know.
Oh, clamp it, you big softy. I guess I'll see you around?
You bet. Now, remember what I taught you. Slow, steady, firm, and gentle.
Gentle. Yes, I remember. Oh, that's my cue. Safe journeys, brother.
Same to you. You've got this, remember?
Buck quickly got into his rhythm as he traversed the countryside. The short journeys he made always helped him relax after a rough sleep, and the journey to Banbury had quickly become one of his favorites. As he settled into his pace, he couldn't help but thinking about how lucky he was to have a brother like Hardwick. No more than 3 months before, he had been aimlessly wandering the network, picking up odd jobs wherever he went. One of these jobs ended up taking him a bit too close to home for his own comfort, and the moment the skittish engine arrived in Didcot, he wanted to leave again as soon as possible. However, fate would not have it such. A points failure had trapped him near the main line and left him with no way of escape, and with each passing moment, his anxiety continued to grow, fearing he might see someone who recognized him.
Buck? Buck! Don't even think about going anywhere.
He froze as he watched Hardwick disappear into the distance. Every instinct in his body screamed for him to run and never look back. Was Hardwick going to tell Mr. Stoddard where he was? Was he going to bring him home against his will? He got lost in his thoughts until the men finally repaired the points. He had his chance to run, to vanish and never be seen again. But he couldn't bring himself to do it. 2 hours later, Hardwick returned and began to question him. And at that moment, Buck broke and told his brother everything. Hardwick was shocked at first, but promised to help his brother in any way he could, so long as he promised not to disappear again. Buck was brought back to the present as he slowed for the approach to Banbury. As he came to a stop in an empty siding, he saw the yard foreman waiting for him.
You there? What's your next job?
Nothing until late this evening, sir. Why do you ask?
Well, I have 2 jobs that need covering. A local passenger to London and a freight bound for Swindon. I have 4562 coming after you to cover for the next, so the choice is yours.
Freight. I'd rather not deal with London. You know how it is.
Quite. Anyways, the freight's due out in half an hour. Get turned around and be prepared by then, please.
Yes, sir. Right away. He quickly made his way over to the turntable and got turned around for his trip towards Swindon. But as he was moving towards his wagons, he heard a voice he had not heard in a long time. I must say, it's nice to see you chaps again. Any news from around the network?
Nothing but the usual, dear old chap.
Oi, we haven't had much excitement round here since that saint vanished.
Indeed. I do sometimes miss the unpredictability of those days. It meant that no day was ever the same.
Speak for yourself. You were lucky to never fall victim to one of his schemes.
Just shows I'm more clever than you.
You wish.
And what have you, Banbury? How fare you?
I fare well enough. Same old, same old.
Are you still looking for that last friend of yours?
I am indeed. I'm still kicking myself for not being there on the day he disappeared.
My dear Engine, you could not have foreseen such. And as much as it pains me to say it, if he hasn't shown himself for nearly a year, I can almost guarantee he never will.
You don't know that. He could be alone somewhere, in an abandoned shed or down a closed line. If only I had the freedom to go look for him.
I doubt you would be able to. Your new manager is quite strict, so I hear.
What? That he is. Ever since he took over from Mr. Stodd after the disaster at Endon, things have taken a turn, that's for sure.
So it seems. But at least it's better than having a manager that caused that disaster.
I can only imagine it would have only been a matter of time before you were targeted like that Standard was.
I suppose you're right. Poor Gregory. Taken from us way before his time. No,
May he rest in peace.
I hope he can. Anyways, chaps, I need to get to my coaches. I'm due out in 10 minutes.
Of course.
Have a safe journey, old friend.
Hope to see you again soon.
Likewise to you all. And remember, if you see an engine numbered 6803, let him know we miss him.
You can count on it.
Fuck. Are you alright there? Oh, yeah, sorry. I gotta go. Can't keep my train waiting. You're the other engine they asked to cover, aren't you? Yeah, that's me. Why do you ask? I'm just curious. Why did you choose the freight? I thought you big engines always wanted to work the passenger trains. Not all of us. And I wouldn't exactly say I'm a big engine. Not with the likes of kings and cathedrals running about the network. Huh. Fair enough. Can I ask why? Why what? Why you're afraid of passenger work? What? Afraid? I never said. I could tell by the pain in your voice. Right. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to offend. No, it's all right. You're not wrong. It's just something I don't like to talk about. And also not something anyone else has ever noticed. I'm not surprised. You hide it well. And how did you... Apparently I'm very perceptive. I notice all kinds of things when no one else seemed to. Like the fact that you're hiding from your friends. Yet, you yearn to go home? I overheard the end of the conversation the engines on Shed were having. The engine that left mentioned your number and that they miss you. And considering you didn't even notice me until I spoke... Alright. You got me. I guess you're going to go tell everyone where I am now. Why would I do that? Because I'm not supposed to be here? And because they're clearly looking for me. Nah. The way I see it, you have to make that choice for yourself when you're ready. Pushing you to do so against your will would only contribute to the distress you already go through. Wow. Wow. Sorry. I went too far again, didn't I? No, you're fine. No need to apologize. I'm just a bit shocked with how accurate you are. You're quite unique in that regard. I'll take that as a compliment. Anyways, I should get to my passengers. It was nice to meet you, Bucklebury. Just Buck, please. It was nice to meet you too. Sorry. I didn't catch your name. I'm Perry. Perry? That's a unique name. How'd you come up with that? I didn't. The son of my first driver was showing his little sister what their father drove for a living. When he told her I was a small prairie, she shouted out, "Perry!" He tried to correct her, but she wouldn't have it. She put her hand on my tank and said, "You're Perry now," in a very matter-of-fact way. Huh. It's a very cute story. Thank you, Perry. I needed that. You're very welcome. I'll see you around, Buck. The prairie set off towards the station to collect their coaches. Buck looked after them and couldn't help but let out an amused smile. A short while later, Buck was given the all-clear and departed for Swindon, more determined than he had been in months. His journey to Swindon was uneventful, but refreshing. He hadn't had a proper run on the main line in weeks, and with his newfound confidence, he made record time to the home of Great Western. He put his wagons away, and prepared to depart back to Oxford with another rake of wagons. Shit! What the hell is he doing here?
Right then, engine 4211. In for a general overhaul, to be cut up if beyond repair. This is the one.
About time. Just get me in there already. I've been waiting for ages.
That's enough lip from you. We still need to prepare you to move.
Fuck it.
Hang on. Was that...
Right, we're ready. Did you say anything?
No, sir. Nothing at all.
The rest of the day went off without a hitch. Buck did all of the work he was assigned to, before returning to the shed at Didcot for a night's rest, much to the annoyance of the engines who were shedded there. They stared him down as he reversed into the sheds, but Buck was too tired to care. He awoke the next morning to a quiet shed and looked around confused. He hadn't awoken in a panic like he used to. Instead, he felt rested, a feeling he had not felt since before the incident. He slowly crept out of the shed without a sound, much to the bewilderment of the other engines on shed.
Well then, that's not something you see every day.
Indeed. Colour me surprised.
Who knows? Maybe we'll finally have some peace and quiet around these parts.
One can only hope.
Buck rolled his eyes as he coasted over to the coaling tower, where a familiar engine stood waiting for him.
Well, well, look who finally woke up. Glad to see you getting some good rest again.
Yeah, man. It feels like I haven't slept as well in years.
I can tell. I haven't seen you struggling to wake up like this since we were shedded at Newton Abbot.
Didn't we agree not to talk about that place again?
Oh, right. Sorry. I didn't...
No, it's fine. I shouldn't be so harsh. It was a long time ago now. Time to move on and not get hung up on it.
Just because it was a long time ago doesn't mean it never happened. But I'm proud of you for trying to move on. That's a huge step.
Yeah. Hey, man, can I ask you something?
Of course, anything you want.
I'm not mad, but why didn't you tell me about Gregory?
Oh, wait. How did you...
When I was working yesterday, I overheard a conversation between Banbury and his friends. They didn't see me, but I could hear them. Mrs. Start in trouble? New management? Gregory dead? What haven't you told me?
Oh, Buck. I'm so sorry. I will tell you if you want. But you have to promise me you will be okay. This isn't going to be easy to hear, and...
Hardwick, I must know.
Very well. It all started after you left. A few nights after Reggie was sent away, the pannier who worked at Redwick, Riley, was taking a rig with entrance to the Refuge. So after Lord Dexby returned Lord Stavell to us, and he'd been in the hospital for a couple of days with a concussion, they arranged for Redwick to be taken to our works, where he's currently being repaired and will stay to help us over the summer. That's about it, really. Buck, are you...
Sorry, that was just... a lot. You said Mr. Stard won the court case, right?
Yeah, his suspension ends soon, I think, so he'll be back in control soon.
That's a relief.
Will you be alright?
I'm not sure. The truth is a hard pill to swallow, but I think I'll be better off for it in the end. It will make it less of a shock if I ever decide to come back.
That's a good mindset to have, man. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, Buck. I just...
No, it's fine, man. I understand. You were just looking out for me, and I appreciate that. I'm not mad, I promise.
Wow.
What?
Nothing. You were just never this mature before.
Hey, fuck you!
Well, this wasn't how I expected today to go, but I do need to head back to Redwick. Those vans won't hold themselves, you know.
Yeah. I suppose it is about that time.
Maybe you could come back with me? Ramsey was talking about how much they miss you before I left.
Not yet, man. I know I'm making progress, but...
Hey, it's okay. It was only a suggestion. If you're not ready, you're not ready.
Thanks, man. I'm so lucky to have you as a brother. Love you, man.
Gay.
Oh, fuck you!
Proving my point right there.
Go back to Redwick before I push you there.
Yeah, I'm going. See you later.
A few weeks later, Buck had once again found himself on the approach to Banbury with the slow goods. He had been slowly digesting everything that Hardwick had told him, and while he still hadn't fully come to terms with what he had heard, it had gotten easier as time went on. He came to a gentle stop in the yards, still deep in his own thoughts, and didn't notice that the foreman was waiting for him.
6803? Hello? Earth to 6803?
Oh, sorry, sir. I got a bit lost in my mind there.
Well, time to snap back to reality. Locomotive 2258 is having trouble building steam, so I need you to cover their work, please.
Sure thing, boss. Which wagons are theirs?
Who said anything about wagons? The coaches are waiting in the platform for you. You have 15 minutes to turn around and get prepared for departure.
What? But sir,
No time to chat. Get to it. Chop chop.
Oh. Well, hello there, Bucklebury. Fancy seeing you here again. Perry! Oh, thank God you're here. Oh? How come? I need a huge favor. Can we please swap jobs? Why? The foreman stuck me on a passenger service, and I can't. Okay? I can't. Oh, I see. That's unfortunate. Yes, very much so. So can you? Please. I can't, Buck. What? Why not? Because I don't have any jobs here today. So I would be giving you nothing. Perry, please. I'm begging you. I'm not ready for this. I can't. Buck, I won't take this job from you. However, I am willing to take it with you. With me? You mean a doubleheader, yes. But I don't know if you've got this. Go on. Get turned around and go to the platform. I'll be right with you. Alright? Fine. I'll see you there. Of course. I promise. You alright? Better now. I was beginning to think you weren't coming. Well, of course I was. I just needed to refill on coal and water before the trip. I don't have a tender like you, remember? Oh, that makes sense. Sorry, Don't worry about it. I'm just pulling your chain. Now remember, stay calm and follow my lead. Okay? You've got this. Alright. I trust you. Well, now is your time to prove it. Come along. The journey started off a bit rocky. Perry was very patient in coaching Buck through every mistake, falter, or moment of anxiety that he fell victim to. By the time they pulled into Oxford, he was starting to find his footing a bit. See, that wasn't so bad. We made it to the first stop bang on time. Yeah, I suppose so. Still, I made so many mistakes. Hey, it's not about the mistakes we make, it's about what we do with them. We can cling to them, let them fester, and become weight on our shoulders. Or we could learn from them. Turn them into something positive. Turn them into something positive. I think I can do that. Good. You'll be needing to if we're going to survive going into London. London?! Yes? Is that a problem? Does that mean we have to go past Manifel? No, not past. We're stopping there. That's even worse! I can't go back there. They'll see me! Hey! Stay with me. If we're going to do this, I need you to tell me everything. Can you do that? Alright. It all started a little over a year ago. That's why. That's why I can't go there. I missed him so much, but I'm not ready yet. I see. Well, that does explain a whole lot. I can understand your fear, Buck. But you have to trust me. I will show you that things aren't as dire as you think. I promise. But what if they see me? What if we'll cross that bridge when we come to it? Don't get pushed down by what ifs. They'll only cause you more anxiety. I know, but...
Oh, dear Lord. Can you not go 5 minutes without causing a scene?
Who is that? My shedmate. We're both shedded here at Didcot. Is he always this nasty towards you? They all are. But I don't blame them. I do keep them up at night with my shenanigans. That is no excuse for foul behavior like that, and you definitely shouldn't stand for it. Yeah, but it's their shed. It's as much your shed as it is theirs. Now come along. Wait, I'm not. Too late to stop now. Come on. Alright, we're here. And see? No one is chasing after you. But they could still see me. What should I say? How will they react? Hey, calm down. Listen to me. The more you panic, the more attention you will attract to yourself. Stay calm. Stay focused. We won't be here long. Alright. Okay, I'm calm. Good. And now we wait. The two sat in silence for what felt like hours to Buck. But before long, their path was clear, and they were sent on their way. Buck breathed out a sigh of relief as they moved along down the main line. And as he did, it felt like a massive load was lifted off him. He didn't feel afraid anymore. He felt free. He felt confident. He felt alive. The rest of the journey went without a hitch, and before long, the duo pulled gracefully into the platform at Paddington. Buck looked around in awe as the passengers disembarked, not noticing that their coaches had been taken away so they could move out of the way. Hey, whenever you're done gawking, we should get moving. Oh, what? Oh, right. Where do I? Follow the path, Rainlaw Bridge. Right. See you there. This is your first time in Paddington, isn't it? That obvious, huh? You were like a child in a sweet shop for the first time, so yes, very obvious. Oh, come on! That canopy is huge! It must have taken ages to bash it together. How could I not be impressed? How do you feel? Any better? Surprisingly, yeah, I am. I thought for sure that today would take a turn for the worse once I got allocated to that local, but I'm happy to say I was wrong. I'm glad. So what made it change? Seeing that you weren't in danger? Conquering your fear? Seeing somewhere you've never seen? Honestly? No. You did. What? But all I did was tell you things that you knew deep down. Exactly. You didn't poke or prod or just assume. You guided me. Showed me that it can get better. That there is hope if you dare seek it out. Oh, sorry, did I say something wrong? I didn't make it weird, did I? No, it's just... Usually engines get sick of me by now. My constant pestering and wanting to help gets on their nerves apparently. Whoever said that, fuck them. They don't know what they're on about. You're a great friend, and I really hope I can work with you more in the future. Thank you. The feeling's mutual. So, I guess we'd better get ready to go soon, huh? About that. Uh-oh. What's up? Well, the station master may have asked if I could take a goods out of here instead. He noticed we were running double, and figured one of us could handle the local on our own. Ah, I see. Are you okay? Actually... Yeah, I think I am. When does your goods leave? A few minutes after the local. Why? Do you want to swap? Nah, I'll be fine. I was gonna suggest we both get moving. Wouldn't want to cause a delay, now would we? I suppose not, no. It's good to see this side of you. You should wear it out in the open more often. No promises. Now come on. Buck simmered happily at the front of his coaches. His coaches. That thought was still strange to him. There was a part of him that was still nervous about the position he had suddenly found himself thrown into. Not more than a week before, he had never even thought it possible that he would ever haul passengers again. But here he was, at the London terminus of his railway company, waiting for the all-clear. A few minutes later, the signal cleared, and Buck could hear the guard's whistle sound through the bustling crowd of people. He gave a cheerful chime as he confidently, but gently, pulled out of the station. Unfortunately, that confidence would quickly deteriorate as he passed by Rainlaw. Ah, London, where a grand engine like me belongs. Buck's first instinct was to run, hide, panic. But he focused, and he remembered the words Perry had said earlier that day. Keep calm. Act natural. They won't notice you. He took a deep breath and continued forward at a controlled pace, crossing paths with King Richard, who seemed none the wiser. Was that? No, it couldn't be. On a passenger? He let out a sigh of relief as he gradually picked up pace. Soon enough, he passed Perry, who gave a whistle of encouragement as he rolled past them, venturing out onto the Great Western Main Line all by himself. The trip was going smoothly, even smoother than the one he had with Perry going the other way. But he also knew what his next stop would be, and he knew he would be closer than ever to risk getting discovered. As he gently rolled into the platform at Manifel, he looked to his left to see that, much to his dismay, a service was waiting to depart up the branch. He contemplated stopping early to avoid being in view, but that would definitely raise suspicion, so he decided to bite the bullet and stop where he was supposed to. After a few seconds of silence, he carefully looked over to see if the engine was looking back at him. His eyes fell upon Thornton, who was clearly deep in thought. Buck had a feeling he probably hadn't even heard him come in. Moments later, his guard blew his whistle, and Buck was on the move once again. He passed by Clark, who was busy swearing at the wagons he was shunting, and soon enough, he was out of view again, and quickly approaching Didcot. Meanwhile, at Didcot, Hardwick waited nervously for his brother. They usually had a set time of the day where they would meet up and chat for a while, before returning to their respective jobs for the rest of the day. However, the time was nearly up, and there was no sign of Buck anywhere. Had he ran away again? Was it because he didn't tell him the truth? Had he lost his trust? Hardwick was deep in his mind when a voice called out for him. "Hey man, you're still here! I thought I missed you."
Oh, hey, Buck. Wait, Buck?
Hardwick quickly reversed backwards, stopping just ahead of the platforms with shock covering his smoke box.
Buck, there you are. I thought you'd run away again and are you?
Nope, still here. And yes, you're not going bonkers. I am indeed on a passenger service. There was a failed engine at Banbury today, and I was told to cover.
And you're okay?
Yeah man, I feel way better. Even made it past Manifold with no issue. Twice!
Dude, this is amazing. How? When? What happened?
Well, I took your advice. I made a friend. They showed me a few things to keep in mind while running to ensure I kept a cool smoke box. I owe it all to them. And of course, you, for never giving up on me. Thank you, man.
Oh, come on, man. You're gonna make me emotional. So, does this mean...
No, not yet. But soon, I hope. I want to be sure I'm as well as I can be before I go back. I don't want to cause another issue.
That's completely understandable. Good on you, man.
Thanks. Oh, that's my signal. Gotta go, man. See you around.
God, I'm so proud of you right now.
It was late in the evening when Buck finally returned to Didcot for a night's rest. His self-confidence had only grown throughout the day, taking on passenger duties alongside his usual freight runs to truly get a feel for working with passengers again. As he reversed into the shed, he could already hear the groans of two engines, of which the voices were all too familiar.
Oh, great. You're back again.
There goes any chance of having a good sleep.
Buck came to a stop between the two engines.
Yes?
Can we help you?
Yeah, you can actually. I want you two to know that the behavior you have shown towards me has been nothing short of a disgrace since the day I arrived here, and I would like to request that it ends tonight.
Why, I never.
Tell me, do either of you two know what the sound of passengers screaming for their lives is like?
Well,
Or what it feels like to helplessly watch as your shedmates get blown up by German bombing raids?
No.
I can't say I do.
Well, I do. I hear it every night. I relive it. Feel it. Every day I wake up realizing I'm not back there. I'm not seeing the carnage. I'm not in danger. So, unless you two want to figure out what it's like on first-hand account, down to every last detail, I suggest your attitudes change pretty quick. The engine stammered and stared at Buck in shock, letting the Grange know he had made his point very clear. Good, so long as we agree. Good night, gentlemen. Nice going, but a bit brutal. God, what the... Perry? Surprise! What are you doing here? Well, I figured, since I work in the area, I may as well stay with someone I could get on with, rather than the silent, brooding types at the other shed. What, too soon? Yeah, way too soon. Off you fuck. Why, you little...
I'm joking. I'm glad to have you here. Hey, Buck? Yeah? Were you serious? You know, about what you told those two sourpusses? I really wish I wasn't, but, unfortunately, I was. Oh. Do you want to talk about it? Maybe one day, but not today. Even just bringing that up was too much. Hey, that's okay. All in due time. The two engines settled in for the night, with Buck falling asleep uncharacteristically early after a stressful day. Perry watched him as he drifted off, before they closed their eyes, and allowed a well-deserved sleep to whisk them away.